Is it live yet, Victoria? Hi everyone, Viktoriya and Oksana here. Let me see. Yes, looks like it's real live. Okay, so I'm just gonna text some people. So we're just gonna get started. So in this video, we're gonna talk about first of all coronavirus, how it infects people, as well as what it kind of looks like, as well as some precautions that you can take to help yourself from getting infected. So first of all, the virus spread from China, and it normally infects mammals such as bats or snakes. And these are the vectors that carry the virus. And it also started invading humans and causing diseases. So it can actually take up to 2 weeks for symptoms to develop after initial exposure. So some symptoms can be typical viral symptoms. That includes your common cold. So it could be fever, cough, vomiting, in some cases diarrhea or shortness of breath or weakness. And doctors will actually do PCR to confirm your diagnosis if you have been infected with this virus. And how the virus spreads is that you cough, you sneeze, and you shake someone's hand, or you touch your face and your mouth, and that's how it spreads. So the virus, what it looks like is, so first of all, if you're watching this video, hi Anna, hi Arusha. So in this video, we're going to talk about coronavirus and the precautions that people need to take to stop, to prevent themselves from getting infected. So the virus, the way that it looks at, it has an envelope and DNA inside, and it has spikes. And that's why it was called the coronavirus, because it kind of looks like it has a crown all around it. And so what it does is this virus will bind to the receptors of your cells, and it will insert its DNA, and it will replicate inside of your cell. So this virus, it infects mucous cells and ciliated cells that are found in your lungs. So this virus infects your lung cells. So two types of cells, mucous cells and ciliated cells. And the research shows that the virus infects ciliated cells. So mucous cells in your lungs, what they do is that they keep lungs from drying out, and they protect you from pathogens. That's what the mucous cells do. They protect you from pathogens, and they keep moisture inside your lungs. And ciliated cells, these are ciliated cells that look like that. They beat mucus towards exterior, and they clear out all the debris from your lungs. So when these cells die inside your lungs, because they have been invaded by the virus, they basically slough off into the airways, filling them with debris and fluid. And that's when people start getting the symptoms. When your lung cells start dying, is people develop symptoms of fever, cough, or they start getting breathing difficulties. So what happens is your immune system comes into the lungs to kill the virus, but sometimes the immune system overreacts, and this results in the damage to healthy tissue. And some of these cells die, and basically that's how lungs become clogged, and you can get worsened symptoms of pneumonia in that case. So people can get respiratory failure, and patients can also develop permanent lung damage, as in terms of the scarring it can occur. But the good thing is in our autoimmune recovery program, we teach people what nutrients their body needs to repair organ damage. So, but in other ways, that's how the virus infects you. So it infects your lung cells. And so these are the precautions you need to take. So first of all, when the virus is present, so you want to avoid handshaking. So instead of handshaking, you want to do fist bump, or you can use your elbows, or you can do this. That's how you can say hello. So avoid using handshaking. And so you can use your knuckles to touch switches as well. Or if you touch your elevator buttons, just use this, okay? If you want to touch elevator buttons, just use this. Don't use your finger, okay? And that's another thing you can use to open your doors. Try to use closed fist or hip. So do not grasp the handle with your hand unless there's no other way. Another thing that will help you prevent the virus from spreading is you want to wash your hands 10 to 20 seconds and use 60% alcohol-based hand sanitizer whenever you return home from any activities that involves locations where other people have been. So make sure you wash your hands 10 to 20 seconds and use 60% alcohol hand sanitizer. In addition, you want to keep a bottle of sanitizer available to you at every home entrance. Maybe in your car as well, or when you go to get gas as well, use the hand sanitizer after you use the gas. In addition, if possible, you want to cough or sneeze into disposable tissue and discard that right away, because the virus will live on the surfaces for up to several days. Does this make sense? And also, you can buy natural latex gloves or latex disposable gloves when you go shopping or when you pump your gas. You can wear the glove and use the handle, or you can just use a hand sanitizer right after you've used the gasoline pump handle. Does this make sense? So that's why it's important to use hand sanitizer. Try to avoid handshaking, and that's the best way you can avoid to spread the virus. In addition, people wear masks, so that way it basically will protect you from touching your nose. So you can buy disposable surgical masks and use them to prevent you from touching your nose or your mouth, because that's how the virus will spread. If you touch something that has been infected with it, and then you touch your face, then that's how the virus will enter your lungs. So people wear the mask to basically protect themselves from getting infected. And it basically, the mask will keep you from touching your nose or your mouth. So these are some ways that you can use to help you protect yourself. But otherwise, these are the basic precautions that people have been using against any viral infections. Let me know if you have any questions about that. So in this video, I talked about how the virus spreads. And so that's why the viruses, the droplets of the virus can stay infectious for about a week on average. So everything that is associated with infected people will be contaminated and potentially infectious for about a week or so. So even if you touch something where the virus landed from the droplets, then it can infect you after 1 week. Does this make sense? Yeah, John said something as well. I can't see. Let me see. Yeah, so Anna asked how to prevent the virus. So the virus is obviously it's everywhere, so it's kind of like a regular flu virus, but it's just a new mutated virus, right? So people don't know what to do with it. So the way how to prevent infected, like I mentioned, use the hand sanitizer, wash your hands for 20 seconds, 60% alcohol sanitizers you want to use. Have it in your car, have it at all the entrances of your home. Don't touch the doorknobs. Use knuckles or your hips to open the doors. If you're going to the public places like public bathrooms, avoid traveling. Traveling, going to the games for the time being, and don't use handshakes, and don't touch your face or your mouth. That's why people wear the mask, because it helps you prevent from touching your face. So basically, that's all I want to talk about. Basic tips. Touch each other's shoes instead of handshaking. Yeah, so just avoid touching anything with your fingers or your hands. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. In the next video, I want to do another video about the autoimmune diseases. And I will write all these things in the video as well, so you can share this video with other people. So I will write basic strategies that you can use that will help you protect you from getting infected. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll talk to you soon.